Chapel for ICSC New York. I'm Alana Leffler, Head of Retail Marketing for the Americas for Cushman and Wakefield, and with me this morning is Mark Barrett, Head of EMEA Cross-Border Retail Agency. How are you, Mark?
I'm good, thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, great. So you've come over from across the pond to be in New York today. How's it all going for you in your trip?
Really, really good so far. We arrived yesterday, we had a look around, met a couple of retailers, looked at a couple of new retail shops. It was really, really good.
Well, that's great. So you come here, you're here for the conference, obviously, but this way you also get to do a little bit of work and recon with checking out everything that's happening in New York as well for retail, huh?
Yeah, definitely. And we get to touch base with our guys here in New York, our brokerage teams, and we can pick up on the latest market trends, see what's happening, and share what's happening over the other side of the pond.
That's great. It's nice to see that you guys have that connectivity. So we're here at the Cushman & Wakefield booth, number 2235. So if you are at the Javits Center today, please come on down and check us out. Say hello. We'll be here all day. We've got a very bustling booth happening. People are here. There's a lot of deals and a lot of tables filled up with conferences. So I'm here to talk to Mark this morning about EMEA, the retail trends that you're seeing across the pond. You want to tell me what you're seeing so far?
Yeah, well, we've got three major trends really for retail in Europe. Probably the first and biggest one is the fact we're seeing less shops. That's not to say there aren't retailers taking shops, we're just seeing that they're taking less of them. This is part of the online revolution with more and more online sales. So retailers are looking for a better mix between online and bricks and mortar stores.
So they're trying to find that balance, you're saying?
Yeah, very much so. And the way we're seeing things is that they're taking more brand-enhancing flagship locations in prime locations, and some of the smaller cities and tertiary cities, they're the ones that are actually going to have less stores in.
Interesting. And so what type of categories are these that you're seeing in predominantly that are kind of finding that balance between brick and mortar and online?
Probably the biggest ones at the moment, the biggest sectors are definitely cosmetics. You've got a huge amount of new market entrants coming into Europe from particularly from Asia, and also lingerie and jewelry is still pretty big.
Great.
For apparel, we're seeing limited expansion, but still the big players are still performing well, so it's not too bad.
And what about experiential retail? I know that's a big topic here in the U.S. How does that fare over in EMEA?
Yeah, so that is, it's been a buzzword for a little while now. It still continues to be. Retailers are looking for brand-enhancing stores that really sell the story. Having a store with just pure sales no longer cuts it. They need to actually engage with their customers. Their customers need to feel part of it and feel part of the brand. And because of that, we're seeing a host of new experiential retailers coming into the market, mixing things up, working with their online presence and their e-commerce to really make sure that is a seamless kind of offering from them.
That's great. Are there any other trends that you think are noteworthy to mention this morning?
Yeah, I think you've probably already seen it over here in the US as well. The rise of food and beverage operators. They continue to take up valuable retail space across Europe. They are taking more and more prime locations. As consumer trends change, we're seeing more consumers wanting to actually have dining out experiences, and they're prepared to pay. So whilst some of the retail areas are shrinking, the rise of F&B is actually helping fill that gap as more and more consumers want to eat out and experience more.
And you just came out with a report recently, right, for food halls, and I know there's a great F&B report for Europe.
Yeah, so we just launched our food halls report. We categorized them into the top 10 as well. Number one was actually Time Out Market in Lisbon. Absolutely sensational, and they're changing dining experiences to cater for this huge new demand where people actually want to have a bit of a community atmosphere when eating. They want to go out, they want to go shopping, they want to do retail, but they also want to have an experience dining out, and the food halls across Europe are the way to do that.
That's great. Well, for those of you that are interested in finding out more, we have the Food Halls of Europe available on CushmanandWakefield.com. And check back throughout the day. We're going to be coming to you live from the Cushman & Wakefield booth at ICSC New York.